You're listening to The Strata, a Beyond the Dark production. Season 1, The End of Rust. Part 4.
Dark shapes of cargo containers slip past in the night as I weave the van through the shipping yard. I try to ignore the timer as it continues to count down second by second.
There you are. Took you long enough.
Gnarly. Carver said you have the package.
Yeah, it's right here. Fresh off the transport.
The crate is about the size and shape of a coffin, sleek and black. Ominous. What is it?
Do you care? You're just a pack horse.
How heavy is it? Stand back.
Pretty heavy, but I can give you a hand lifting it into the van if you want.
I can't take the van.
What do you mean?
There are cops all over the only checkpoint out of this freight precinct, in case you hadn't noticed.
So, how are you getting it out of here? It's not like you can wait for them to leave.
There's a sewer. If I can get through the gate, I should be able to get it out that way.
You're gonna carry it? Through a sewer?
You got a better idea?
Hey, you're the expert. Whatever you say. Thought you weren't taking the van.
Got another package here that I need to take with me.
Oh, okay. Two at once. You're hardcore, man.
Tell Carver I'm on my way. At the far end of the sewer, I put the crate down and rest. Take a moment to come up with a plan. I could call in an auto cab and jam the crate inside, but the area is still too hot. Tanikoff and his pals have patrols out on the street. I realize if I carry the crate through the back alleys for a couple of blocks, I can make a slight detour to Jimena's apartment to drop off the treatment for Carlita. Then, I can reassess things there.
Russ? What's going on?
Jimena, I've got it. The stuff you asked for.
You... really?
Yeah. Can I come in?
Here, come through. Didn't think it would be so big.
Oh. No, that's, something else. I had to carry it for, a long story. Here's your package. This other one.
Oh, okay. Let me open it up.
There's instructions here on how to administer the dose, but do it soon, before this red line goes up to the top.
So, this is the real deal.
Sure thing. Oh. Okay.
Sorry.
It's fine, I'm just not used to hugs. The look she's giving me stirs some odd emotions at the bottom of my gut. Something I haven't felt in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, how'd you get it?
Never mind that now. Here, give me one of those treatments. I'm gonna drop it off on my way. Take these other ones and stick them in cold storage for me, okay? We can find buyers for them later.
Buyers?
I've got to call in an auto cab and get this other delivery out of the way. Not normally how I like to do things, but...
Slow down a second. I want to know what's going on.
No time. I've got to... Damn it.
What's that?
Nothing. No damage done. It's a cheap catch, that's all. There. All closed again.
What's inside the crate, Rust?
It's a delivery for a guy, okay? Nothing to do with me.
Those were trank capsules. Thousands of them. You're a drug mule.
Calm down.
How could you bring that here? That filth. Do you know what that shit has done to the people in this neighborhood?
Look, Jimena, I'm not some kingpin. I'm just a guy who makes deliveries.
You're part of it. Part of the same business that killed James.
James?
My brother. Your great-grandson? He was selling this shit on the streets when a rival gang put a bullet through his head.
I'm sorry. I didn't...
Do you know how easy it would have been for me to follow down that path? Grab some quick creds? I stayed out of it all these years, worked my ass off for an honest living, and now you bring it here? You bring that shit inside my place? With Carlita on the other side of this wall?
I didn't know what was in the case.
Like hell.
The autocap's here. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Mr. Tompkins.
Oh, it's you again.
Is everything all right?
Not really.
You wanted me to pick up the treatment for you, remember? For blood rot. I have it right here if you still want to pay. I have an autocab waiting outside for me, so if you...
My wife died this morning.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I tried to help her. Really, I did. There was another man who said he could get the cure for me. He took my creds, but I never heard back from him.
There's a lot of crooks out there. You really have to be careful who you trust.
There was no one else I could tell to.
Yeah, Damn it, this thing is redlining. Do you know anyone else who needs the cure? Is there anyone else here with blood rot?
Plenty. My friend Pedro upstairs, for one.
Can he pay?
Can he... well, no. He has nothing, like most of us around here.
Well, it's no good to me anyway. Just take it, okay? Get it up to him as fast as you can, before this line turns red.
Oh, yes, of course. I can do that.
I gotta run.
Oh, you're a good man. Thank you for everything.
I open my mouth to make a wisecrack about how absurd that sounds. But when I see his expression, I stop. It's the same kind of look that Jimena gave me before, and now I recognize it for what it is. Admiration. Like I'm a real human being worthy of respect. Just hurry, okay? Clock's ticking. The autocab reaches the drop-off point, a warehouse in Midtown. I'm late, but not by much, so all things considered, I'm pretty happy with the result. There's not a courier in this city who could have come close to my time, especially with so much heat around. Still, I'm in a hurry to close off the delivery. I get out of the autocab without looking, just as a robo-courier barrels past. Run over by a truck. Yeah, that about sums things up. Inside the warehouse, Gnarly and Strip are waiting. There's also a man sitting in a chair nearby, his head slumped.
Look, here he is. Told you he'd make it.
Rust, what the hell happened?
Got clipped by a transport. I'm fine.
You're a walking disaster, aren't you?
Who's the guy in the chair?
One of Carver's playthings.
What? Never mind.
How come you always look out of breath, Rust? I thought, with all that machine tech, You never get tired.
My core cells are old. They get depleted and need time to restore charge. That gets relayed to my brain as fatigue, just like it does for a meat bag like you.
You want to, take a nap or something?
You try carrying that crate across half of the Strata.
You're late, Rust.
Hey, give me a break, Carver. The timelines you sent were impossible.
No, they weren't. And I was quite clear about my expectations.
I'm here, aren't I? You have the delivery safe and sound.
I told my distributors that the product would be on the streets already. Everything was planned out. And yet, here it is, still sitting in a warehouse.
Okay, I'll do better.
That's not good enough. It's been a day of annoyances. Like our friend here in the chair. One of Scaridge's men. I found him casing the warehouse earlier.
When Mr. Scaridge finds out what you're doing here, Carver, he's not going to like it. This is his territory.
You see this, Rust? No one respects me in this town. No one understands my potential. They don't realize what I can do.
Mr. Scaridge is gonna teach you a lesson, and I'll be laughing when it happens.
You're wrong, my friend. Dead wrong. These hands were engineered to do terrible things, Rust. Terrible, terrible things. You think failure means losing a few creds here and there, that I'll shrug it off because I'm a nice guy? If you fail me again, I will tear that metal body of yours limb from limb. You will scream and beg for mercy before it's over. I promise you.
Yeah, I get it.
All these years, people like Scaridge have looked down on me. Those days are over. I'm going to get the respect I deserve, and I won't have it screwed up by someone like you. Is that clear?
Sure.
Good. Then let's get started on your next job, shall we?
This podcast is made possible by my supporters on Patreon. New episodes appear every 2 weeks. If you'd like to jump ahead with early release episodes, head over to patreon.com/beyondthedark. There you'll also find exclusive content and other perks. Your support means I can keep bringing you more seasons of the Strata. Season 1, The End of Rust, starring Jason Churray, Alyssa Marteja, Michelle Mosley, David Cook, Luke Wheeler, Rhiannon Marshall, Nhea Durousseau, Wyatt Henry, Nina Nikolic, Charlie Wilson, Ah-Rheem Joo, C.W. Gant, Ethan McCabe, and Jared Machado. Created by Mark R. Healy, a Beyond the Dark production.